the Skyline. Well, back on another day of working on this R32 Skyline. Last video I showed you guys the front end, and we were just probably getting started with doing the rear end. So now we got the whole rear end mounted up. So what the rear end entails is wide body quarter panels. So this doesn't actually convert the whole car to an R34 Skyline. Obviously that'd be a whole nother process, but it does widen up the rear to match the front end. So we got a nice like wider set rear. I believe it's about like a 50 mil wider setup. So we're gonna be running wider wheels with deeper offsets. And then I put on this nice 326 wing that I've had laying around for, I don't even know now, like probably 5 or 6 years.
I was gonna say the dust on it can tell.
Yeah, so the way that you mount these typically is you kind of put them up on perches, like with the studs through that, and then I kind of just like double nut them. But you fill up with foam and fiberglass down to the base, and then make the spoiler kind of just fit in a really nice way that way. Because they're universal spoilers, we obviously want it to look like it fits on the car, which I think it does look great with this kit. And this is the first car that I've had where I think it'll actually looks good on. So yeah, the rear end's looking good. Everything's fitted up. The rear bumper's on. Using these Cleco clips to just mount them up. And that's just a temporary mounting solution before we either riv nut them or we rivet them so yeah, after we get the whole setup together, we're just gonna paint the car purple again and put the new window trims and everything in to make it look like we've actually made it look kind of new. And then I think that's pretty much it. I think, oh, another thing, I'm gonna have Eric extend the exhaust pipe a little bit down to like here. So we're just gonna add like an extra 4 inches. Everybody likes an extra 4 inches. We finally got a shipment in of a piece of resistance. This is a R34 late model headlight, brand new. We got obviously both sets. But we're gonna have to modify the front end to make this work, obviously, because we still have a lot of the radiator support is still R32. So we're changing the whole front end, everything mounts up but the headlights. So that's the next step. So I got the passenger side headlight mounted up a little bit. So it's kind of just put in place. These tabs right here, they're gonna need a lot of like work to get them going. So we'll need a mount here. This is kind of close, so we might be able to use that. But what I'm gonna have Eric do is go off of this hole right here, and we're gonna take it like a 1/2 inch like steel rod and just come around to this, come around to that, and then do a whole thing that wraps around the front bumper and mounts to the other side here, because that's a symmetrical mounting position. So we're just gonna put in our own like little tubular front end. That's without cutting the whole front end off quite yet. And then if we get really crazy in the future, we'll obviously just whack the whole front end off of it and do a tubular front end like a drift car or something. But I think I'm gonna keep this like more of like a show / street car / just like street shark car. So obviously I am still gonna rip the living heck out of this thing, but I don't want to commit to like a full, you know, drift car build. So we're gonna keep the AC in it for now, and then maybe do like a tucked radiator and everything. So you have to replace all that stuff underneath the radiator support. But for right now, we're just gonna do a bolt-on solution for mounting these headlights and see how that turns out. Other than that, I think everything is like very like moving along very swimmingly. We need to talk about the 3D printed wing risers next as well. So we got the 3D print finally done. We didn't make them hollow, which would have made the 3D print a lot faster. We made it a solid piece of resin, so I can sand it down and make it into a part. So let's go into the darkness. Check the 3D printer. I'm gonna let him put the protection on this time. Well, there you go. It's coming off.
That's cool, I guess.
Juicy. Yeah, you don't want to put your fingers in that.
No.
Dry them out really quick. PSA for all the guys out there that have been washing their hands and brake clean, stop. Stop that. Don't do that. You don't need, you know, industrial strength alcohol on your mitts. Girlfriend, she didn't say that.
I know, that's right. There we go. Eat these bricks.
So this is the rough draft, but I think I might be able to actually put them in our expensive microwave.
Yep. So harden the surface.
And within an hour, tacos.
Tacos. White people taco night.
There we go.
So it's gonna heat up the temperature to 70 degrees Celsius, and then we'll be good to go pretty much. It just cures it a little bit more because the print material is kind of wacky. Just goofy. So we are now in the fabrication corner. Eric is going to help me out with finishing up the project a little bit now. So the front headlights, we're going to need a bracket for those. So I think we're just going to do a very large tubular piece. I think we discussed this and last time. Other than that, we got the 3D print stuff done for the wing, but we're just going to focus on getting the front of the car done and the body kit just like finalized and ready for paint before we start worrying about wings and everything like that. So Eric has got some metal to bend, heat up, and weld. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification to stay updated on the Skyline build and any future updates we have for you guys. We'll see you guys next time. Peace out.